rock.
God damn it.
Hey guys, it's your favorite final girl and boy, Emily and Nick, coming, and your favorite final babysitter, Mike.
Hello,
say it. Do you want two rocks? Do you want two rocks?
I want 3 rocks, please.
Well, okay, talk to me afterwards. I thought you wanted Quaaludes.
We do. But
Okay, all right.
I want
Coming
it
at you with a new
all,
episode
Daddy.
of Gag Me with a Knife, a weekly podcast where we dissect, disembowel, and shred.
Silver
The best and
Shamrock.
worst movies, slasher movies, that is. Here we have a Friday fan requested podcast episode for the
Cam of the Jacked Up Review Show
When you're
podcast. He's also our
Strangeland.
editor, and it's 1998 Strangeland. I'm going to read the box.
Sorry, I couldn't read it.
No, it's
Cam,
fine.
hey Cam, thank you.
15-year-old Genevieve Gage and her best friend Tiana Moore are frequent visitors to an internet chat room. They strike up a chat with Captain Howdy, who behind an electric veil seems like a typical high school student. Attracted by his self-description, Genevieve jumps at the chance when he invites both girls to his house for a party. When Genevieve doesn't come home, her father, Detective Mike Gage, who looks like by the way, looks like Buffalo Bill from Silence of the Lambs, but isn't, begins to investigate her
He
disappearance.
does look just like that dude. James
Insert-
Graham.
I thought that too.
Yeah.
I thought that
Scott
too.
Glenn?
And Jesse from Jacob's Ladder is the mom.
Scott Glenn.
Kevin, yeah. No.
I thought
Elizabeth
he.
Pena?
When I first saw him, I
Anyway,
thought it was Buffalo Bill.
In search for his daughter, Detective Mike Gage finds himself on the event horizon of
Everybody
horror and
gets
the
one.
nexus of technology and tribal ritual. To find Genevieve, he must be resourceful. To stop a madman, he must walk the razor's edge of his own guiding principles. 1998, your thoughts?
But first,
I
Linda
like-
Cardellini,
What now?
the Freaks and Geeks girl. That's the daughter,
Oh yeah.
and she's also Velma.
Oh shit! Yeah.
All right.
No. I like this movie because whenever I was like, I think I saw this when I was a freshman in high school, and somebody handed me a DVD of this.
I didn't watch it till 2 nights ago.
And
Same.
I think this was like 2001.
It was 98.
or 2000 or something
Well,
like
it
that.
came out in 98, but
Okay, but yeah,
Yeah.
I heard about it, but I love Dee Snider and I love Twisted Sister, and like I love
I don't.
this movie's fun.
I thought it was okay. I thought it was a better body
Mike
modification.
said he liked it better than American
Well, it
Mary.
was a
I
better
did like it better than American Mary.
body modification movie than American Mary. It went by really fast.
My favorite
They're
movie
only
with
like,
Dee Snider in it is Pee-wee's Big Adventure.
I really think you can summarize this movie
Well,
in a very short 3 sentence, but I'm sure you'll have to go more into it.
That's
but,
that's not just Dee Snider and that Pee Wee's Big Adventure. That's Twisted Sister.
That is Twisted
That
Sister.
he
What
runs
song is
past
that?
a video. See no evil, don't you be no evil. You're gonna burn in hell.
You're gonna burn in hell.
Yeah, maybe I'm wrong, but
No, that
it's
is-
been a
that
minute
is
since I've
burning
seen
hell.
Big Adventure.
hell.
But, yeah. Welcome to the abandoned land.
I wish there was more Dee Snider music in
I
Strangeland.
fucking love
Because it was like
Twisted Sister,
Limp
dude.
Bizkit wannabes.
I grew up with that
Was Limp
shit.
Bizkit actually on this soundtrack?
No.
Then were they? Huh?
It
I
sounded
mean, Marilyn
Stained or-
Marilyn Manson is.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah, yeah.
Is Dee Snider?
Yes,
Yeah,
they
yeah,
did.
yeah.
They like Twisted
He's
Sister got
also-
back
he's
together
also
to
in
do
the
the
movie,
song.
Mike.
To do the song.
He wrote
Anyway,
it, right?
let's get it going.
Okay.
I thought it was okay. Let's
So
get it
there's
going.
liquid and chains and handcuffs and syringes. There's bloody shit. There's buzzing pagers. There's dial-up noises. There's a teen chat forum.
It's the late 90s.
Tiana and Genevieve.
I mean, I remember
That's
little chat
exactly how
rooms.
it was.
Tiana and Genevieve are getting on the teen chat, and Captain Howdy's on there.
Captain Howdy.
He sounds like a real hunk.
By the way, obvious nod to The Exorcist. No one says anything about it. Like
Well,
they had already done meta
yeah.
shit at this point. So the fact that no one points that out is weird
But,
to me.
it's obvious beyond the opening credits that Dee Snider wrote this, that he named himself Captain Howdy. That's that's from Off the Bone,
What's off the bone?
a Twisted Sister album.
Oh,
That's
Captain
a song.
Howdy's a
like,
song
stay,
character?
stay away from Captain Howdy.
Oh, I
it's
didn't
part of an
realize
A
that.
B.
Yeah.
There's like an A and a B side. To the,
Well, that's a long ass song.
it's
too,
like 8
yeah.
minutes. Yeah, it's actually not a bad song, but
That's what I was saying. Like, welcome to the abandoned land.
yeah, I would play it as the outro, but it's too long. So I'm playing the song that they wrote that Twisted Sister got back together to write this song for the movie. But anyway,
So to get these chicks, I guess Mr. Howdy, Captain Howdy's like, you like hip hop? She's like, I love it.
Yeah,
and they're gonna go meet.
they're like, all you need to know about all you need to know about this guy is right here. That's like back then, I guess, you believe their profile. So it's like, what is he like? And
people can't lie on
it's
their
like,
profiles.
but it's like, duh. I'm a student. Next to occupation, it's like, duh, I'm a student.
Duh.
Duh, I'm a student.
This is before Chris Handsome.
Quote was like, got another beer.
Yeah. Where's the kegger? I think
Where's the
it's
kegger?
something
That
like
is
that.
what
Yeah. Something stupid. And
So-
Dee Snider's all like primitive, tribaled out with like
He
fucking
looks
face
wild.
tattoos and
Were those real piercings or was that
no,
makeup?
that was all makeup. I'll talk about it a little bit at the end.
That's good makeup,
He's got
yeah.
a face tattoo that goes all the way down his. I bet
Yeah,
his schlong is
the
half
septum
tattooed.
piercing is like 14. It's like insane.
Half of his body is tattooed.
Yeah, and pierced and
He's
all
got
that.
big red dread.
He's got this big red. Was it like a mohawk or what was that? It kind of reminded me of the Hair and Brain Scan, that movie with Eddie Furlong.
Yeah,
Oh man, that movie.
I love that movie.
That's a better movie.
Or like that
That
one,
is
or
better.
that
This
one
is not
dude
bad,
from
but that Brain Scan's better.
what is that David Cronenberg movie that's like a Clive Barker thing?
Lord of Illusions.
No, not Lord of Illusions. The one right
But that's
before
not Cronenberg anymore.
Nightbreed.
Oh yeah, I don't like that
Nightbreed.
movie.
There's that one dude
Cronenberg's
with,
in it.
Well, there's that one dude with the fucking red like triangle
Barker
thing
directed it.
or whatever.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
And he
The
kind of
blue
looks like what
moon
Dee Snider
guy.
looks like in this.
Totally. So Genevieve and Tiana disappear. Genevieve's dad is a cop, and his
You see
wife is
though,
Elizabeth
while
Pena.
they're like talking about how she's missing, you see like Genevieve trying to run away, and her being grabbed and her face being slammed against the ground.
Yeah, she didn't come.
But
yeah.
she doesn't die. But
Right. And there's a phone call from the friend's parents. She didn't come home either.
Yeah, Tiana did not come home either, and so dude's on the case. The guy that looks like his
Buffalo
name's
Bill.
Mike Gage.
Mike Gage.
Mike
This
Gage,
guy
but his name's Kevin Gage in
This
real
guy
life.
shows no
Yeah.
emotion through the whole movie,
No.
even when he's crying.
Also, by the way,
He's got jagged teeth. That's
completely
gross.
Yeah, Dee Snider does, but completely impossible.
I'm talking about the detective.
No, this is a completely impossible plot line because they would never let a cop on
Look
the
for his
case
own daughter.
of their
Of his daughter.
own
Yeah, yeah.
daughter.
But he doesn't
Conflict
seem
of
too
interest,
emotionally
yeah.
attached to
It
anything.
doesn't matter though.
He doesn't
They
seem
would-
too emotionally attached
the
to
wife.
anything.
No,
That's
he
the
does.
wife's
No, he
job.
doesn't. But I'm just saying they would never allow that. So this movie is
conflict of
completely
interest.
impossible to begin with. But whatever.
It is Colorado.
Also, someone says, like, they're talking about the tattoos, and I don't remember who says it, but they're like, didn't you know Winston Churchill's mom or wife had a tattoo? And I was like, is that true?
I did not.
Anyway, when it shows Genevieve at one point, though, okay, so
he sews people's mouths.
he always sews
together.
their mouths shut.
Sometimes eyes.
But it shows her peeing in through a catheter, which I thought was a little much.
I thought it was tears at first, but yeah,
No,
it's
it's her
I mean,
peeing.
It's totally pee.
Because he has them all like hung up in different ways, and luckily she's not being hung up by like her skin. She's just in like a cage.
Yeah, she was
Later
pretty
on,
lucky.
we see someone that's like hung.
The
like,
the
they're, like,
catheter
pierced in their
thing, I
back.
think, yeah, it's disgusting.
He just
and
puts
it's like,
needles in her
It's kind of
arms.
like human centipede or whatever, like a low rent.
So,
but
at some point he
but the
says
thing
to
is,
the
I think it's
dad-
trying to show the severity of like how he's getting.
He
like,
said that
or
he was inside of Genevieve at one point. Do you think that's the needles, or do you think he raped her?
I think it's.
I think
maybe
it's
both. I think it's maybe
I
both.
think it's a
But-
fucking allusion to both, which is like all fucking bad or
implied,
whatever.
but also, so Mike gets this like audio recording, and he hears a
Yeah.
dog barking, and I'm like, well, that.
Well, first they
I'm like,
find
that
the girl's
gave it
car.
away.
First they drag the river and find Tiana's
They
car.
find Tiana's
with
car.
Tiana in the trunk.
She's dead, but she
her
did
eyes
not.
and mouth are.
There's her eyes are like glued shut. It looks
Was it not?
like
I thought it
they
was
might
the-
have been, but it looked more glued. Her mouth is like sewn shut.
She's got lots of pierced
But they
stuff.
find
it
out
wasn't
she
fatal.
died.
Yeah.
She did not die from like.
But they also find
They
they also
didn't-
find a septum piercing in there.
Yeah, but they find out she didn't die from like anything this person did. She had a congenital heart defect, and
Cardiac arrest.
he gave her a heart attack, but like it
He
wasn't
scared
his.
her to death.
He wasn't
Yeah.
her. It wasn't ever
If she
his
didn't
intention.
have a heart defect, she
She
probably
wouldn't have
would have
died.
died.
And also, I don't think it was ever his
Well,
intention.
we see this kind of shit later.
It's never. I don't think it's ever his
But
intention
some
to
people
kill
get
anybody.
scarier
Though.
than other people. You can't just be like, oh, this didn't scare those other people to death, so it won't scare
No,
this
I'm just
bitch to
saying
death.
I don't think it's ever his intention in the movie to
He
kill
wants
anyone.
to die more than he wants to kill.
Yeah, he wants to torture people and like do all this shit to their bodies for fun.
But he thinks he's giving them an
whatever.
experience. He's
Yes.
like, you're not
really living.
Your body's feeling pain. You're not feeling
Right.
pain. It's an experience, a sensation. He uses that word.
It's kind of. It's
so this
kind
guy
of
talks like he's
mildly
fucking.
Clive
But I did
Barker-ish
say-
Cenobite.
He talks like he's like Long Island Shakespeare. Or
I
some
did
shit.
say though that I thought he
Yeah.
really was not bad in this, and his makeup is actually pretty
He's not
cool.
a good
I,
actor,
shouldn't-
but I
didn't
love
thi-
Dee
I
Snider.
didn't think he
luring-
was terrible. I didn't think he was. That definitely wasn't the
No,
worst
no,
acting.
no,
He lured
no,
7
no.
Like, this
teenagers
movie
to a
had
place
much-
where
much
he
worse
imprisoned them. He was imprisoning people that he was falsely getting to come party with it.
Right.
They
Yeah.
would have all left if they weren't like tied up.
Also,
through their
I
skin.
think that this.
Yeah, and I don't know
this,
what he
they're,
would
like,
have
on
done with
hooks
them
and
after a
shit.
long time.
I do think this.
He has to feed all them motherfuckers too. That's like 6 people.
And I don't know how's he feeding them. I mean, because
But,
their mouths are.
His
so-
trash is just full of needles. There's no food in there.
His house is pretty nice.
Well, he does
But,
have
He does
cath-
have a really
he
nice
has ca-
house.
He
Yeah.
has catheters, so he must have a way to
But-
feed
but
them
also-
too.
Maybe there's like a feedback.
Also, I
loop. He
think with
feeds
the
them their
internet
cum.
theme of this is
You can
like
live off
him,
of it.
or like the way he uses the internet. This is the last like jab at like what Scream did with that shit. Scream was
Dude,
great with
do
it.
people still have chat rooms? I feel like the chat room
This
was
is
way
this is
more.
a low
Yeah.
rent. This is
That's
a low
so
rent
thing.
like
They call them the
internet like
boards.
thing.
The boards is Twitter chat room.
No.
It's all bullshit, man.
It
It's
moves
not
really
real.
fast. You really
we
gotta pay
made
attention.
it. I remember before it was a thing.
I don't think people today could keep up with how fast that fucking chat's moving. I
Move it.
couldn't.
I could.
Yeah, the dad uses the dogs barking. Wait, is that before or after they go to They go to Zabalba. They go to
Oh, yeah,
the
because-
entrance to hell. It's a weirdo club where
Yeah, this guy
All
that's
the hot
like
girls don't
works
have
for the
tattoos.
cops has a septum piercing, and he's like, "Oh yeah, that's a big gauge, bigger than mine." They all hang out at this
It
club.
looks like
They
Depends
go
on
to where
cheesesteaks
no,
you're playing or
they go
something.
to where what they think Gathering of the Juggalos is.
It's a
The director does.
It's a
People-
body. It's
people
a
blowing
body. It's a
fire
body
and
mod bar. It's what it is.
Guys branding themselves.
It's the
and-
Gathering. Of
It's
the
a
Juggalos.
body mod bar. Anyway,
Body
they
mod
go
bar.
there, whatever. He gets this audio clip where he hears a dog, and that's what gives it away of where
Well,
Dee Snider is.
The thing is, there was all like
Which was dumb.
in the back while the cops were there. Captain Howdy was being choked to like they were supposed to kill him, but they let him go too soon. Did you guys catch that?
Yeah.
He's like, "Oh, I was almost there.
yeah.
I almost died.
You fucking assholes! I never wanted anything more than dying." Doesn't he say
That's a
some shit
pretty
like
easy
that?
thing to do to accomplish if you really want it.
So the niece Angela comes and helps old man Mike figure out how to use the computer because she tells him, she's like, change it from water skiing to winter sports,
Yeah.
and like, what kind of snowboarding do you do? Like,
Yeah.
it's trying-
That's Amy
but
Smart, by the
Captain
way.
Howdy knows that it's a cop.
Well, that's
and
A-
they bust in on these old people.
But that's
fucking.
Amy Smart in an early role.
Who's Amy Smart?
She's like a big actress.
Man, a lot of these people became people. The
Well-
females, the ladies in it.
I guess.
They
and I
were
don't.
always people, Mike.
So
Yeah. I guess.
I wrote down Wolf at the winter sports thing. I was just like, oh no.
Yeah,
I really,
yeah.
at this point, thought I was gonna not like the movie at all. I ended up liking it, but at this
No,
point, I was
no,
like,
no.
I wrote Wolf. I only do that.
So anyway, they catch him.
Yeah, well, no, first they get a SWAT team to go break in on these old people having sex right next door to him.
Yeah.
Or so yeah, they catch him with the dog on the recording, and fucking Mike figures it out himself, doesn't even call for backup, just goes in there and starts like
Oh, he finds
freeing
his daughter. Yeah.
He finds his daughter.
But there are other people in there.
Yeah, there's 5 other people, and 6. It would have been 6 if Tiana hadn't died. And I think even if he was not that bad of a guy, he still like hit a car with a dead woman in it. He was trying to get away with it.
Well, yeah.
He's bad.
We don't think he's a good guy, Mike.
Carlton Hendricks. He gets shot in the leg here. He gets handcuffed. And there's a news report that gives the backstory of Carlton Hendricks. And yeah, the club gets closed. He is found not guilty. He's found not guilty by reason of insanity.
So
and he's released 4 years
4 years
later.
later, yeah.
and there's Nerdy Howdy at this point.
Yeah, so he's like in a cardigan. This guy tells him,
He's got like social workers that are like, "Oh, you're good."
Like, it's not gonna be cool outside. Like,
just there are people out.
There are people out here that do not like you, but you just need to take your medicine.
D softer.
I said now he's a changed man and also can read.
Decaf Snyder.
I did like it, but I did like his acting at this point. Now he has all of his like tattoos covered, and he's like a normie kind of. But then they're like taking him back to his old house, and I'm like, okay, wouldn't that kind of fuck with him? Taking him back to where he lived before when all this. Okay,
and his house is wrecked, and there's
I want to know how he still owns the house after 4 years.
He must have
had a lot of money.
Yeah.
But then soon after this, we get Robert England. Soon after this, Robert England is introduced into the movie.
Yeah, because he shows up at home and it's all fucked up, and he goes outside and there's like a crowd out there.
And there's one that says we're not going to take it. There's a sign.
Yeah,
that says
the first time you see it, we're not going to take it.
Yeah,
That's
we're not
cool.
going to take it.
And there's this evil, pinched, mean, bitter-faced lady named Sunny.
Yeah.
Who runs the local Christians for Morality group.
Yeah, and this is kind of a nod at, him talking to, when he was against the...
Robert England is so good at being slimy.
You know what I'm talking about. When D. Snyder went and talked against, like, the music shit, whatever. It's kind of like a nod at all that.
Tipper Gore and Al Gore,
Yeah.
And Genevieve keeps having
John
nightmares.
Denver and Frank Zappa. Yeah.
Genevieve keeps having screamy, mimi nightmares where she's like, "Oh, Captain Howdy's back."
Yeah,
and wakes up yelling, "Daddy!"
Yeah, he's like, "It's okay, it's okay,
it's okay, honey."
I'm like, "You're the worst actor in this movie," but okay.
So there's a full moon, and Robert England's spitting. He's drinking beer with his wife,
and he has a kid.
He's like, "Where's my fucking daughter?"
Is it his stepdaughter?
Maybe it's where's your daughter, but she's fucking some guy in a hotel.
Yeah.
And then never appears again.
No, yeah, she's
like, "I'll wake up in a half hour, babe."
But they decide, the town decides to get together.
They get a mob.
It's a mob, and they go to his house, and
Howdy's house,
they go to Captain Howdy's house.
And Mike is there watching and could stop it.
Yeah.
And fucking Carlton sees him watching.
Yeah.
And they drop his pills as he's going out.
They take him out of the house.
And the medication is the only thing keeping him sober, I guess.
Basically, they abduct him. He drops his pills, and when they put him in the car,
and this is the problem.
They run over the pills.
Rednecks, man. They ran over the pills.
This is the problem with rednecks.
They ran over the pills, and so I was like, these townspeople.
Let's go get them psych
I don't agree with him being let out, but also like now he's better, and he's just staying inside of a house. These
townspeople are hard as fuck, and so they take him out to a tree, right? And they hang him. And they think that they've killed him, basically.
I did think that branch looked really fake. It kept showing the branch is not very sturdy.
Break.
It's like, you don't have to show that like 3 times.
So for some reason, they think that he's dead. They don't make sure. They all leave, but then it starts raining, so the branch breaks. So this is where he falls, and when he gets up, he says,
"What a rush,"
which is a Nightmare on Elm Street quote.
It's also I wonder if the Road Warriors / Legion of Doom, the wrestling tag team.
What a rush.
And then I wrote, what the fuck is Robert England watching to get hard?
He's watching weird. That's the kind of stepdad porn. If it's like that, I turn that shit off.
I don't know
what
that was.
Crying.
It was like, very weird.
She's like bound and on her fucking stomach and crying.
Anyways,
and
it's getting him hard.
You better hurry up.
It's getting him hard. And then
he's yelling for his wife to come.
Yeah,
and she starts dancing sexy, but you can see blood on her.
Yeah, because he's like, hurry. And when she comes in, she has like her neck's been slit open and she's blood all over.
Captain Howdy's like her puppet master.
Yeah.
That's really him. He did really well with that.
And he makes her dance, which is kind of cool.
Yeah. Is D. Snyder a big guy, or do they just use like smaller people to make him look big?
I think D. Snyder's like a normal. Like I think he's like 6 feet.
I think he's a little bit taller. I think.
I don't think he's like Ronnie James Dio in it up.
I thought he was short.
Oh yeah,
Ronnie James Dio is
like Napoleon.
I think he was like fucking 12 inches tall.
Oh, the Hobbit.
like G.I. Joe size.
I thought he was like
the Rainbow.
No. I love Ronnie James Dio, but like,
no, he's short.
I think you could fit in the
D.
palm
Snyder's
of your hand.
6'1", so
shit.
Yeah,
he's like my
normal
size.
height. Yeah,
he's a pretty big guy.
I mean, my dad's 6'4", so I don't really 6'1" is that tall.
I'm bigger than you. I'm 6'2".
Okay, you're not bigger than my dad.
I'm
bigger than Nick.
5'11".
I'm bigger than half.
Topping it off.
Let's tell the cops everything whenever you guys get
5'10".
busted
I'm
with lewds.
5'7".
Prom night 3 told me that 5'10" is average. I'm afraid 5'10" is the average height.
I'm afraid
Do I
that,
need to go down
that
an
I
inch?
don't think I would
I'll
use
get- I
that
hope I get
as my
older.
gauge for what normal is.
It's
but
my Google, dude. It's prom night 3.
All right.
I hate you.
So, yeah, I hate me too.
No, you don't. You drink you every night.
You love you.
Drinking my cum's not the same as loving myself. So,
Wow, that is
Captain-
the most introspective, philosophical thing I've heard from you about self-milking ever.
It's because
Well,
you never
that's 'cause
listen.
you never would. I think you never thought
You
you would
never
say
listened.
that's the most introspective thing you've ever said about self-milking to anyone. That's a fucked up thing to,
So,
to say out
Self-milking
loud.
is
This
not
is no longer
loving
Carlton
myself.
Hendricks. This is Captain Howdy knocks the fuck out of Robert England, and there's all of a sudden new Captain Howdy
And
messages.
Sonny's
popping
there
up.
too, by the way. Sonny, he's also kidnapped Sonny.
Yeah, and he's really fucking him up.
Yeah, he's torturing the shit out of him. He has one of them where they have like piercings in their backs and being like held up by
Yeah,
that.
the hook suspension shit. So Genevieve is missing again, and the mom's a really bad driver. She's like, "We're gonna get home," and Captain Howdy then does a FaceTime somehow, and it can't be traced. Christian's real pissed. He's the other cop who sucks. Mike
like
breaks his
him.
keyboard. You like Christian more than Mike?
Yeah. At least he has some kind of emotion.
Then, for some reason, these beat cops, like regular Joe cops, find the new torture chamber. There's a crucifix guy, and Genevieve and the mom are still alive. Wait, what?
The mom, Genevieve is there, but the mom isn't.
Yeah, Genevieve.
There
Everybody's still alive. Robert
are
England's
only
still
3
alive.
deaths in this movie.
Yeah.
So
He didn't kill them. He's like, but he's not there to feed him. You'd have to take care of people in these situations.
I guess so, but it doesn't matter because that doesn't happen.
I mean,
So-
hence catheters.
So we're getting to the big conclusion.
That's what I said earlier.
Mike finds a matchbook with a note in it. So he goes to the old Zabalba, and they're like talking for a long time. And
Yeah, a lot. It's
dude
too
drops
much.
his gun only to get his ass kicked hardcore. Captain Howdy whips the shit out of
Oh
this
yeah,
dude.
dude.
But
He's not
In
gonna
leather
take
pants.
it.
he gets his
No, he's not gonna
double
take
zero
it.
septum piercing pulled out. And
And you're gonna
somehow
burn in hell.
he hooks Captain Howdy up and swings him into some fire, or throws oil on him and lights him on fire. And he dies really quick. And then there's a Christian jump scare. The building's on fire, so I guess Zabalba's up in smoke. And Mike's like, I'm going to the hospital to see my family.
Dun dun dun.
I'm going home to sleep with
I
my
have
wife.
shown no emotion through this whole
Yeah.
movie. Even when I cried, I still had the same face.
Yeah. So
Fucking James
we
Gunn
have a
looking
very
motherfucker.
short
Even when I
kill
hugged my
count.
daughter.
Kill count.
Tiana is found at 16 minutes in the trunk of her car. Her mouth and eyes are sewn shut. Maybe her eyes are glued shut, is what I said. I don't know. It's later determined that she had died of a heart attack.
Yeah.
2 is Madeline Roth, Robert England, a.k.a. Jackson Roth's wife. Her throat is slit by a Captain Howdy, I think, is what I said, at 1 hour and 1 minute. And then Hendricks, who is Captain Howdy, dies at 1 hour and 22 minutes by being caught on fire. Jackson Roth and Sonny McIntosh, they do not die. They're saved at the end. So there's just a little bit of trivia, not much. On the DVD commentary, Dee Snider mentioned that filming the scenes with Carlton Hendricks rehabilitated and wearing a cardigan were the hardest parts of the movie to shoot because he hated wearing the cardigan.
He's got the Iggy Pop syndrome. He can't wear a shirt.
Yeah.
Only a vest.
This movie is
Shoulder pads.
loosely based on the Twisted Sisters song Horror-teria from their album Stay Hungry.
I gotta hear this.
The song entitled Horror-teria, in parentheses, the beginning, A, Captain Howdy, B, Street Justice, tells the story of a sadistic child murderer named Captain Howdy, who ultimately walks free on a technicality and is then avenged upon by an outraged mob of parents. A line from the song spoken by Howdy
that
to one of
happens
his
in the
victims
song?
carries over into the film after he stitches Genevieve's mouth shut. There, that's better. The overall tale of the song and character have similarities with that of A Nightmare on Elm Street and the backstory of Freddy Krueger, although the film debuted in theaters 6 months after the release of Stay Hungry. So it's kind of weird that he wrote this song before he had seen Nightmare on Elm Street.
Yeah.
Because there are a lot of similarities. The name Captain Howdy obviously was taken from The Exorcist, wherein it is the name used early on by the
Mesopotamian.
demon king.
It's like ancient Near East.
Pazuzu, who ultimately possessed...
It's between the Tigris and
You
the
never listened to the
Euphrates.
B-52's album Mesopotamia?
Who ultimately possesses Reggie McNeil. Dee Snider
Means the
wrote,
land
starred,
between two
and
rivers.
produced this film and also worked on the soundtrack, clearly. After Captain Howdy is hanged and sits up on the ground, he says, "What a rush." This is a line used by Robert Englund on Nightmare on Elm Street.
What a rush.
Heroes Are Hard to Find is the song that appears as the credits roll. It was a new original track by Twisted Sister, Lee Snider's old band. They hadn't recorded together in over a decade up to that point. This was the first new song from the original lineup since the band broke up in 1987. They later fully reunited and had a second wave of popularity. The bar's name is Zabalba, and they say it means the entrance to hell.
Yeah.
But that's not accurate. The Mayan people did not believe in hell because it's a Christian term. The Zabalba meaning is more accurate as place of fright, more an underworld ruled by Mayan dead gods, and is more a part of the normal existence than a punishment for bad people. The wrong idea that it was a hell was born during the translation to Latin of the original book Popol Vuh, whereas the Zabalba is quoted in one of the mythical stories. The film has strong emphasis on modern primitive subculture and its ethos of spiritual transcendence through painful rites, showing several such different practices therein. Accordingly, a large amount of dialogue of the film's villain concerning his personal philosophy are paraphrases or direct quotations of Fakir Musafar.
Mary Fuck Kill who?
Fakir Musafar.
I think
the father of the modern primitive movement.
Is that Mary Fuck Kill?
Oh, he's the one that started all this crap?
Yeah. So the budget...
Filing teeth, that's a bridge too far.
The budget of this movie was $1.1 million. It grossed $713,239.
Oh, sorry,
Womp,
D.
womp, D. So, what do you rate this one?
Oh, wait.
I rated D.
Wait, I want to talk
fucking
a
Snyder.
tiny bit about Elizabeth Pena, because when I was a kid,
she's
I had a crush on her.
She's Jezzy in Jacob's Ladder.
She
died of alcoholism.
She's in La Bamba, and Batteries Not Included. Maybe it's just because my parents' movie
Batteries Not
selections.
Included rules, man.
She's so
She
cute
died
in
of
that.
alcoholism.
What?
Early,
Baby.
She died of a liver disease due to her alcoholism.
2014, damn.
Yeah, she was only like 50
Somebody
something
love
years
that
old.
lady.
Well, they got him to now. She dead.
Damn. Tucker Smallwood, the guy that's like the black cop.
Tucker Smallwood. I saw that.
His name is Tucker Small. I didn't realize it when I first said it. I know I've seen this dude in like everything. Deep Impact Combat.
Tucker Smallwood in Deep Impact.
So what do you rate this, Nick?
This movie. Okay, so I'm gonna rate this.
The other one.
Yeah. What'd you rate? Just kidding.
I'm gonna rate it a 2.
I rated it 2 as well. 2 or like
it's
a 2,
good.
a loose 2.5.
I enjoy it.
I'm going 1.5 just because I know that they're 80s movies that I had more fun watching.
But
This
I
is
think
just not my.
how much
This
did
is
you
not my
rate?
time
What did you rate
period.
American Mary?
Like a 0.5.
Because you liked it more than that.
I like this. I'm gonna go back someday and write down. One day, you know what would be fun to do?
No,
is
it
us rank
wouldn't
the
be
movies
fun.
we've done together.
Well, here,
Just say them, not talk about them. Just be
did-
like bam, 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 bam.
I didn't watch. I did enjoy watching D. Snyder.
This was a
I love
fun
D.
movie.
Snyder. I love
Yeah, I thought
Twisted
it was
Sister.
too. And I thought it went by really fast.
Twisted
So-
Sister
If
is one
this
of
was a
the
prom
best
night
bands
movie,
ever.
it'd be my least favorite prom night movie.
Well, it's not a prom night movie, so
No,
that's cool.
I respect D. Snyder and most things he does. I hope he doesn't let me down like James Woods did.
He makes a great nerd.
Yeah, he did. I really thought he did well.
He really
when
cares
he was
about
like
his
the
appearance
nerd.
for somebody that wants to die, though. He's either like getting fucking half his body tattooed or spending hours in the makeup chair trying to cover up said tattoo.
Oh yeah,
like, why do you
sorry,
care?
I didn't read about it. Yeah, it did take It took hours for them to do
Make
his
that
makeup.
tattoo.
Yeah, and like all the piercings and stuff because he doesn't really have. I don't think he has.
It
I don't
looks
think he has any
natural.
tattoos.
It looks like
good
it
in
looks
the
like
movie.
No, I mean I don't think he has
Real
any in
body
real life.
modification.
He might have a few, but like
He's
does.
got a radio show. I might check it out.
But I don't think he has any.
the House of Hair.
House of
Dee
Hair.
Snider's House of Hair.
I like the Alice Cooper old show.
I think
Yeah,
your
yeah.
show's better. Just kidding.
No, I've listened to Dee Snider's House of Hair before. Yeah. One of my friends have had I've been riding cars with what is
Boys.
it? Sirius.
Riding cars with boys with Drew
No,
Barrymore.
I sit in park cars with
Guest
boys.
story.
Okay.
Nick.
I only sit in park cars with boys, Emily.
I know.
But no, yeah, the House of Hair.
He loves
Mary
House
Fuck
Drive.
Kill, Elizabeth Pena, Amy Smart, Linda Cardellini.
I don't know.
I don't know who Linda Cardellini is.
She was Genevieve. She plays
Okay.
Velma.
Okay. Kill Amy Smart. Fuck.
Cardellini and Mary Elizabeth Pena. It's the only
And no,
one.
no,
I
no,
guess,
no.
yeah.
You guys are both missing it. Stay up on the hill.
I would
and-
marry actually the other one
Stay
because
up
she's
on the
still
hill.
alive.
Stay up on the hill. Don't kill them and fuck them all.
But I don't know. You get all the acting money, all that BAFTA,
True. You mean SAG? Well, whatever.
SAG. Give me that insurance.
Give me that SAG money.
Insurance for life, playa.
I don't think you get insurance for life as an actor, but yeah, I don't think the benefits are the same.
Let's go
but,
dig up Elizabeth Pena. go to Las Vegas.
Stay gagged on body modification.
Stay gagged on the Amalang.
Stay
Remember that?
gagged on Captain Howdy.
Stay gagged on D. Snyder.
Stay gagged on You're Burning Hell.
Stay gagged on a hook.
Stay gagged on Two Rocks.
Stay gagged on chat rooms.
Oh my God! Stay gagged on AOL and your AOL profile. Make sure it's cool.
Stay
and
gagged on winter sports.
Stay gagged on all of our social media: Instagram and TikTok, Gag Me the Knife
Half Pipe
Podcast,
Vert.
and Twitter, Gag Knife Pod. Become a Patreon for member shoutouts, fan requested episodes, bonus episodes, and something else, early access to episodes. And buy our merch at gagmethenightpodcast.com. And we'll see you next time.
Totally.
Bye.
I want to rock.
Oh, it's so nice to see you fate, so unexpected, came the knife, a child's scream, sliced through the air, but no one came, or seemed to care. No! Smoke filled the air and marched in anger to do what's fair, to break injustice, this soulless thing, and show the others